All right, let's jump right in. So what if I told you there's a way to solve systems of equations, like in seconds, without ever touching a graph? It sounds kind of like a superpower, right? Well, today we're going to unlock two super powerful algebraic methods that let you do exactly that: substitution and elimination.
So check this out. This is our challenge for today. We've got two simple-looking equations, x plus y equals 10 and x minus y equals 4. The mission is to find that one magic number for x and one for y that makes both of these equations true. Sounds fun, right?
You know, the old school way is to graph these lines and see where they cross. And that totally works. But what if we could skip all that drawing? Is there a way to get the answer, like right now, just with some clever algebra? Oh yeah, the answer is a huge yes.
And boom, just like that, there's our answer. X is 7 and y is 3. Seriously, and you can even check it real quick in your head. Is 7 plus 3 equal to 10? Yep. Is 7 minus 3 equal to 4? It sure is. It works perfectly. So how in the world did we do that so fast? Let's break down the first method and find out.
All right, method number 1, the swap. Officially, it's called the substitution method, but honestly, the swap is a perfect way to think about it, because that's literally all we're going to do: swap a piece of one equation right into the other.
So the big idea here is pretty simple. We're going to take one of the equations and use it to figure out what one variable is in terms of the other. Then we just take that little package and plug it straight into the second equation. It sounds way more complicated than it is, trust me. Let me show you. Okay, step 1. The first thing we've got to do is get one of the variables all by itself. Let's just grab that first equation, x plus y equals 10. It looks pretty easy to work with. If we just move the x over to the other side, what do we get? We get y equals 10 minus x. See that? We've just defined what y is using x.
And now it's time for the swap. This is the cool part. We take our other equation, the x minus y equals 4, and where we see that y, we're going to replace it or substitute it with what we just figured out it equals, that whole 10 minus x expression. And just like that, look, we've got a brand new equation that only has x in it. This is exactly what we wanted.
All right, from here on out, it's just good old-fashioned simplifying. First, got to be careful with that negative sign in front of the parentheses. That flips the signs inside, so we get x minus 10 plus x. Okay, easy enough. Let's combine the x's. That gives us 2x. Now, let's get that minus 10 out of there by adding 10 to both sides. Bam! 2x equals 14. Just one more little step. Divide by 2, and what do we get? X equals 7. Awesome.
We are so close. We know x is 7, so now we just have to find y. And the easiest way to do that is to go back to that handy little equation we made in step 1, remember? The y equals 10 minus x one. We just plug our 7 in for x, so y equals 10 minus 7, which of course means y has to be 3.
And there you go, solved. We found the one and only solution. X equals 7, y equals 3. And the best part? We did it all without a single piece of graph paper. Pretty cool, right?
Okay, so that was the swap. Pretty powerful stuff. But what if I told you that for this specific problem, there's an even faster, even slicker way to do it? Let's check out our second tool. Welcome to the elimination method, or as I like to call it, the cancel.
So the whole game plan here is totally different. We're not going to be swapping anything. Nope. The goal this time is to make one of the variables just disappear, vanish, right from the get-go, just by smashing the two equations together.
Okay, just watch this. It's almost like magic. We just stack the two equations right on top of each other. Now take a close look. See how in the top one we have a plus y, and in the bottom one we have a minus y? That is perfect. They are perfectly set up to cancel each other out. So let's do the obvious thing. Let's just add them.
So, what happens when we add everything straight down? Well, x plus x is 2x. Plus y and minus y, poof, they're gone. They cancel out completely. That's the elimination. And on the other side, 10 plus 4 is 14. Would you look at that? In one single step, we've got 2x equals 14, which means x is 7. I mean, how fast was that?
And you know what to do from here. The last step is exactly the same as before. We take that x equals 7 and plug it back into either one of the original equations. It doesn't matter which one you pick. Let's just use the first one. So 7 plus y equals 10. A little subtraction, and we get y equals 3. Done.
And check it out. Same exact solution. We took two totally different approaches, a swap and a cancel. and they both landed us in the exact same spot, x equals 7 and y equals 3. That's one of the coolest things about math, right? There's often more than one way to get to the truth.
Okay, so now that we've seen them both in action, let's do a little head-to-head comparison. The swap versus the cancel. When do you use which one? Let's figure that out.
If you look at the substitution method, it was kind of a three-step process, right? We had to isolate, then substitute, then solve. But look over at elimination for this problem. We just added. The y vanished, and we solved for x almost instantly. It's pretty clear that for this specific puzzle, elimination was the winner. It was way faster. And this brings us to the most important part. You now have two amazing tools in your algebraic toolkit. The real trick, the thing that takes you from being good at math to being great at math, is knowing which tool to grab for which job. It's all about strategy.
So here's the game plan. When you get a new problem, first scan for an easy swap. Is one of the variables already by itself? Like if an equation says y equals 2x plus 1, substitution is going to be your best friend. It's practically begging you to use it. But if you see what we had today, variables that are lined up perfectly with opposite signs, like a plus y and a minus y, that's a huge clue. Elimination is probably your express lane to the answer. But remember, no matter which path you choose, they'll both get you to the same correct solution.
So there you have it. Two incredibly useful tools to add to your math toolkit. From now on, when you see a system of equations, don't just jump in and start solving. Take a second, strategize, ask yourself, should I swap or should I cancel? Because the real skill isn't just about getting the answer, it's about finding the smartest, most efficient way to get there. So what are you going to look for on your next problem?